What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. Cardano DEX trading volume surpasses 47 million ADA this week. Polkadot responds to Charles. Now, if you missed the context, Charles spoke positively towards Polkadot, not the first time he has, but he said, "I've always considered Polkadot part of the extended family. Gavin Wood is a brilliant protocol designer, and we've all learned a lot from him. Cardano and Polkadot are friends forever." Polkadot responding today with the classic handshake emoji and also another interesting reply. Polkadot SDK partner chains on Cardano will bring these two even closer. And another reply by Polkadot. What do you guys think? Very interesting. Is a partnership, maybe some partner chain thing around the corner sooner than we think? World Mobile. Guys, make sure if you have World Mobile token that you take advantage of and use the migration portal, which will be live for another 2 weeks. Don't forget that the official token migration portal is now open. You have until October 21st to migrate your WMT to WMTX. Of course, this is their initiative to go multi-chain. They're still on Cardano, but many other networks, Base, BNB, Ethereum, and more. And if you need any help, make sure that you join the official Discord. Be careful of scams, guys. Be safe. I'm seeing a lot of scams on the YouTube comments here with people baiting people with seed phrases to scam wallets. I'm seeing some emails on Twitter with phishing scams for Cardano migrations. And there's going to be tons of scams for fake World Mobile tokens. So double, triple check, trust, but verify. Be safe. Speaking of World Mobile token, they're delighted to announce the collaboration with Fireblocks to bolster the security of the recently released migration portal. Fireblocks' enterprise-grade platform is integral to providing a seamless and protected token migration for the valued WMT holders. Fantastic. Also, a reminder that WMTX is now live on CoinMarketCap. We're also going to see Dedium, they're live on CoinMarketCap. Great to see, and with projects that go recently on CoinMarketCap, don't be alarmed. I'm sure price has to stabilize. There's going to be volatility. There's going to be jitter, especially during migrations, but nice to see that. And we can see here all the different contracts, BNB, Cardano, Arbitrum, Base. Fantastic. Also, in addition to being on MinSwap and many other DEXs on different networks, they also listed a link yesterday for Sunday Swap, which is fantastic. Dedium. In my eyes, I see this as like the product market fit of like a junior render on Cardano. Decentralized compute power and all that jazz. And Dedium price is working correctly on CoinMarketCap. Major bull flag, says Aaron. And we can see here again, nice to see. It's great to see more CNTs getting listed on CoinMarketCap. And lest we forget that their listing of Dedium was something that wasn't done for CNTs in a very long time, if I'm not mistaken, like a year. So I think CoinMarketCap is watching and observing the other Cardano native tokens, and we might see a surge of CNTs being listed on CMC and elsewhere. Order book V2 is live. DEX Hunter, a DEX aggregator on Cardano. Best way to look at current levels. Place orders right from the chart. View your positions. Buy traders for traders. I always see so many updates by DEX Trader and Melon posting tons of updates, the founder of DEX Hunter. So great to see and celebrating 1 year. Thank you, amazing Cardano community, for supporting us. We are doubling down on Cardano this year and we'll have a ton of surprises. That's why, guys, like with us at like 34 cents, 35 cents, we have so many builders. So I'm really bullish on Cardano going into altcoin season around the corner. Over 2 million swaps, over 2 billion ADA volume, over 1.3 million users. We didn't have this in the previous cycle. Stuart Alderoty, this chat, Ripple's chief legal officer. Now, why Ripple? Well, lest we forget that we joined Ripple and XRPL Labs as the final founding members in the DREC Alliance to make recovery easier for Web3 a la Web2. We also know that Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, expects a Cardano US-centric ETF, and the wins that they have against the SEC will cascade into Cardano. They're leading with compliance. We're leading with compliance. Binance has changed from quick adoption to compliance and maturity. So their battle against the SEC, which I'm sure will be with flying colors and victorious, is crucial, and what Stewart says has a lot of merit. He says a few of my favorite Second Circuit Court of Appeal quotes from the last time the SEC stuck its hand into that appellate buzzsaw. Appellate, my apologies if I mispronounce. SEC versus Goville. We do not agree with the SEC. We are not persuaded by the SEC's arguments. The SEC's counter arguments are unavailing. So in a nutshell, in layman terms, this is kind of an older reference, but again, we have like the court not convinced of the SEC. So it's not looking good for the SEC. I think that XRP will do just fine, and I think that their victory will cascade to Cardano and the rest of the altcoins. Finally, there was a great poll by Stewart where he asked which industry was subject to early speculation, corruption, and bankruptcy before eventual consolidation by a few good actors, resulting in the mass adoption of transformative innovation. Was it the internet of the 90s? Was it the railroad of the 1800s? Was it cryptocurrency today? Now, if you recall, Binance had to move real quick. The internet, railroads, they had to pave those railroads where there was maybe a lack of clarity. And it was all of the above. The answer is all of the above. The 90s internet boom had the dot-com bubble. Railroads had the panic of 1873. And crypto was marked most notably by FTX, which we have an update on today as well. Speaking of FTX, Watcher Guru today breaking in with this excellent announcement. Take it with a grain of salt because I don't know like to what extent if customers are really going to be paid in a timely fashion, but I guess we can take it as a W. Judge approves FTX bankruptcy plan to fully repay crypto customers in cash with interest. And a lot of the comments are saying even if a little bit of this money comes back into crypto, it could be a great indicator. And more positive news, the UAE eliminates taxes on all crypto transactions, which is, I think, a step in the right direction. Speaking of UAE, we're going to have Richard, the Binance CEO, doing a fireside chat, speaking with Frederick, Cardano Foundation CEO. People speculate that it could be the catalyst, the domino effect to list a bunch of CNTs on Binance and elsewhere. What a perfect combination going into Cardano Summit in Dubai. Wealthsimple, and I know you see this, the Solana, ignore that for now, but Wealthsimple is a prominent name in Canada, and I just want to give them a shout out because in their ads, they keep putting ADA in there as well. Canada's first regulated crypto platform, very simple, easy to use as a stock broker. I don't really use them beyond stocks. I don't really use them for crypto, but it's nice that they have ADA in there. They have a very professional look and feel, good UX. And I was like, hey, do you guys have Cardano ADA listed? And they do. They've been expanding their cryptocurrency listings, and they do have Cardano ADA available to trade. So just a nice little tidbit if you're a Canadian and you were curious about Wealthsimple. But I personally think that NDAX is my favorite Canadian centralized exchange. And if you're a Canadian and you're wondering, hey, is there a good exchange to use? I always link NDAX in the video description. Again, I'm not affiliated with them. They don't pay me. I like to, just with any other title or project in this video, I always like to talk about projects that excite me, that I like to use, that are proven, that are fuego, that are a joy. Good UX, UI. Charles put this comment out because earlier he was like talking about like helicopter and this and that, and he says the helicopter in the video is not mine. It's a more modern mic model and likely Army. I don't appreciate accusing pilots who have been working overtime in extremely dangerous and stressful conditions, being accused with no evidence of purposely using rotor wash to hinder the relief effort. It's disgusting and grow up. So there was a comment here replying to news saying, I'm pretty sure that that's Charles Hoskinson's helicopter. It's not Charles Hoskinson's helicopter. So he's just clearing the air in that regard. So I guess people just jump to conclusions and they see a helicopter and they just think it's Charles. So just a little side note, it's not Charles's helicopter, okay? Like you said, helicopter in the video isn't mine. I think he has a typo here. So just take it out with a grain of salt, is what it is. Let's talk about metrics we haven't seen in a while, okay? So Bitcoin has actually been going down with global search. We are looking at the past 5 years of Bitcoin global search on Google, with 100% the peak being at May 2021, and currently we're at an 83% delta away from that top in May of 2021. So what does that mean? That means that the masses are not here. That means that they're away doing their thing. The masses are not here. Altcoin season is not here. This coincides with high FUD and the Bitcoin max is going crazy. And I think there's a little bit of FUD still left. Let's look at other metrics. So here, Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, YouTube searches in the past 5 years. Notice this is Ethereum's peak, the red line. Blue line is Cardano. And Cardano, again, we have not reached those high levels. If we consider Cardano at 63% here, Cardano is at 6%. So again, we are looking at quite a massive delta. This is again showcasing us information with off-chain analytics. Stuff like this is just Google Trends. It's not tracked on-chain. And this translates to that on the fencer. It translates to that speculative person. It translates to that person who is, back and forth, and he's going to come back in when the prices start running up. Let's look at another metric. So again, we need to see, you see this? Remember Alonzo hard fork? You notice the searches are high when the price was high. It's not a coincidence, you see, and then the price goes down and the searches go down. So people will come back. But this is showing that we're pretty much at the low end floor. We're at the floor right now. Finally, this metric is important to me. Why? Because we know that in January of 2018, and again, the end of August of 2021, Bitcoin dominance was here around 37, 38%, and on the second all-time high, around 40%. We are currently sitting at about 58 to 0.3%. So we might push a little bit higher. I don't think Bitcoin dominance will go above 60%. What do we need to see? We need to see Bitcoin dominance tumble. When Bitcoin dominance tumbles, like how we had here, and when we had it down here, that is telling of altcoin season. When Bitcoin dominance tumbled down, that's when altcoin season began. So just as a final reminder when it comes to this. And what do I think about price point? I think that price point right now, guys, I'm not really looking at price all the time. We're more or less like 34, 35 cent. I think that we're going to get to that new all-time high and surpass it very easily. When we take a look at the ecosystem updates that we have with World Mobile Token, with Dex Hunter, with everything else that we have, how can you not be bullish on Cardano, guys? There's so many excellent projects building. So I'm really excited to see what's in store for the future. And even just one project like this is enough to convince me that there's enough juice and gas in the tank to make Cardano easily surpass $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 and potentially even higher, maybe in the double digits. I think that it's definitely possible. We have the community, which is arguably one of the most important. We have the culture. We have the memes. We have the charismatic leadership. We have the treasury. We have narrative with real decentralized governance. So at the end of the day, when I look at the product market fit, it checks off on everything. And I think that Cardano, in addition to many other projects, be it XRP and many others, will have their time to shine. It's just a matter of timing. I think minimum Q1, Q2 of 2025. But let me know, what is your price prediction? And when do you think altcoin season will come with its surge? Do you think it's Q1, Q2 of next year? Or do you think it's going to be earlier or later? Let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.